Welcome back. Time is 8:14. Charlotte's economy is doing a lot of things right. Unemployment remains low. Companies are hiring and people continue to move here. But a new report suggests many local families are still struggling to make ends meet. Let's bring in our chief business correspondent, Taylor Young. Taylor, what's going on?
Yeah, so this is the number that really stood out to me. So according to United for Alice, 1 in 3 Mecklenburg County families are struggling to afford basics. And many of these families aren't living below poverty line. Many are working households that bring home a paycheck and are still struggling to afford everyday life. And here's why. Researchers found 38% of Mecklenburg County households are living below the quote Alice threshold. So they estimate a family of 4 with 2 children in childcare would need to earn more than $105,000 a year to cover basic expenses. That includes things like food, transportation, childcare, and housing. Now compare that to the Mecklenburg County's median household income of about $87,000, and it's easier to see why so many families say they're feeling squeezed. I mean, that's about a $20,000 deficit compared to reality to what families should be making in order to afford.
So
life.
It seems like there's a gap here. What does this report tell us about what government poverty statistics might miss?
Yeah, so I think that this analysis, it really gives a realistic picture of financial stress. So because someone can earn above poverty line, have a job, they can still be living paycheck to paycheck. I mean, essentially 50% of American households can't afford a $1,000 emergency right now. And I think that those families don't often show up in traditional poverty statistics, right? So this really captures a large group of households who may not be in poverty on paper, but are still maybe one expense away from not being able to afford rent.
So it's kind of that gray area between poverty and middle class, and those are the people often overlooked. Kind of in the same vein, if unemployment is considered low here, but the people are working, why are so many families still struggling?
Yeah, because having a job and getting a paycheck and being comfortable is no longer the same thing anymore. They're not on the same page. I think decades ago you could have a job, maybe even one person in your household could have a job and you can still afford basic needs. That's just not the case anymore. I mean, researchers point to the rising cost of essentially everything from housing, rent, mortgages, childcare, healthcare is a big one. And I think while wages have increased over time, they're not keeping up necessarily with inflation. And we kind of just saw that with the most recent inflation report that shows inflation is now up to 4.2%. That's the highest in 3 years. And wages just simply aren't keeping up with that. So we're unfortunately seeing that gap of middle class and the poverty line. It's kind of getting smaller. I think a lot of people who are families who are working 2 jobs are struggling more so now than they have in the past.
One of the things that stood out, Taylor, that you said is just to meet the basic needs. But if we're being real, who wants just to have the basic? You want to have, as you said, $1,000 just in case there's an emergency, right?
Yeah, I mean, even if your car breaks down, I mean, those are expenses. Add those to the list of things that have gotten more expensive. You can no longer just fix your car for a couple $100s. And then buying a new car, replacing it. I mean, these are just things that when they happen to American families, they're hurting them a lot more than they did in the past.
Interesting, Taylor. Thank you for diving deeper than what the numbers are showing us.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.